show of hands, how many of y'all have ever heard of carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases, or oxides of nitrogen? Alright. How many of y'all have ever heard of diesel particulate filters, selective catalytic reduction, or even diesel exhaust fluid? Okay. Do y'all consider diesel as a dirty fuel?
Yes.
Oh, very much so. Diesel exhaust after treatment uses chemical reactions to reduce the amount of pollutants emitted into our atmosphere. I will describe the different types of contaminants that are found in diesel exhaust and how catalysts change the chemical makeup of toxins. Also, I will describe the importance of less pollutants in our atmosphere. So we all know that diesel engines produce a lot of toxins, pollutants in the exhaust. They range anywhere from carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, oxides of nitrogen, all kinds of nasty stuff. These chemicals react with water vapor in the atmosphere and create smog over high populated cities like here in Los Angeles, California, New York, stuff like that. They also contribute to greenhouse gases, which create insulation and contribute to global warming. Diesel after treatment uses a series of filters and catalysts to change the chemicals that are in the exhaust to basically a clean exhaust. They started with exhaust gas recirculation, which takes a portion of your exhaust gases, routes it back through the intake, so that way they can be combusted again. This works great for your hydrocarbons and your oxides of nitrogen, but since it only uses, or only routes a small portion of the exhaust, a lot of contaminants are still coming out the tailpipe. This is when they came out with diesel oxidation catalysts and DPFs. How they work is exhaust comes in, your hydrocarbons and most of your oxides of nitrogen go through the catalyst and change into just pure nitrogen and water vapor. Then the diesel particulate filter catches most of your soot or your partially burnt diesel, and then it just goes on out the tailpipe. That works great in conjunction with the EGR, but the EPA wants lower emissions. This is whenever they introduced diesel exhaust fluid. For those of you who do not know what diesel exhaust fluid is, it's a 2/3 water to 1/3 urea. Urea is a synthetic compound that's created just for the selective catalytic reduction process. It is introduced into the exhaust stream through the decomposition tube, where it decomposes into ammonia and carbon dioxide. That then goes into the SCR catalyst, where it changes all of the oxides of nitrogen into pure nitrogen and water vapor. That will go through what they call a slip catalyst, which finish up the reactions of partially reactive contaminants. Then when it comes out the tailpipe, all that's left is pure nitrogen, water vapor, and a small trace of carbon dioxide, reducing emissions tremendously over the EGR, your DOC, and your DPF. Now, let's talk about the importance of less pollutants in our atmosphere. With less pollutants in the atmosphere, they will reduce smog over big cities, which also helps reduce greenhouse gases, which in turn reduces the effect of global warming and also promotes better health. So as a review, we conclude that diesel engines produce many different pollutants in the exhaust, ranging anywhere from carbon dioxide to oxides of nitrogen. Diesel manufacturers use EGR, exhaust gas recirculation, to help clean up most of your oxides of nitrogen, a diesel oxidation catalyst, diesel particulate filter with the injection of diesel exhaust fluid to clean up most, if not all, of your oxides of nitrogen and hydrocarbons, which will produce water vapor, pure nitrogen, and a limited trace of carbon dioxide.